beautifuls. So I thought I would take you along today for a what I eat in a day, because it's the weekend and I have actual time to film instead of packing everything up before I go to work. So I've already had lemon water. It's like almost 10 o'clock. I just haven't been hungry because I've been eating bad things. My body is not okay with them. So I don't stay on the train all the time. It happens, but I never fail because I keep trying. And I don't let it happen a whole bunch. So I'm just going to be kind of prepping and telling you what I'm doing for breakfast. But I've already had my lemon water for the day. And I usually drink a quart jar of lemon water. And my dog's coming over right now to eat. I have a quart jar with lemon water, and so what I do is I buy lemons like on Friday, and then Saturday I'll squeeze all the lemons in with my lemon squeezer, which is kind of one of those that you have to turn, like it's $5, like, dude. So I squeeze all those, and then I put them in an ice cube tray, and now I have all these little ice cube, and it's basically a half a lemon per cube, and so hang on. Sorry. People just keep coming in on the weekends. But anyway, I've had my lemon water. So now I'm making breakfast because I'm finally hungry. So what I eat for breakfast sometimes, this is a very good transition meal. I don't know what these seeds. I am doing apples, 2 apples. So this is a cereal that I make up. Not every day because almond milk bothers my stomach, but I just feel like eating it today. So I cut up apples into small chunks, and this is the bowl that I use, which is, I guess, a little bit bigger than like a standard bowl. And it's pretty much overflowing by the time I do this. So 2 apples go in here. And I'm still cutting. So, do you like my sweater? I crocheted it. It's like the first thing that I've crocheted. And of course, all the negative Nellies. Well, I don't really like the ruffle. It doesn't really match up like here and there. And like, who cares? I made it myself. I like it. Wah, wah, wah. That's all I hear. You know, sometimes when these negative Nellies start coming in, all I hear is wah, 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 like Charlie Brown. Because that's what I have to hear. I mean, I don't want someone to tell me that my sweater sucks when I spent like 2 days working on this sweater, trying to figure out a pattern. I had to tear half of it apart, put it back together. This ruffle wasn't even on the pattern. I put it on there because it was kind of wonky, and I'm like, hey, let's throw a ruffle on. And now it's awesome, and I love it, and tough crap for everybody else. So, 2 apples. And then what I normally put in here is like a half a cup of blueberries, and they're still frozen because they are, and you know, it's usually in the morning, and it's just, I mean, it just barely puts anything on there, but it's blueberries and they're antioxidants, so yeah. Now, this is a little higher fat than what I would normally eat, so I don't eat this like every single day, but it's a really good cereal if you want to just make something up, or if you're like, where you're at in your journey is, you know, you're still eating a little bit more unhealthier processed food, and you're trying to like switch over slowly. This is really good. Raisins, sun-dried raisins. Now, I try not to put too many on here because they're super sweet, and dried fruit has more calories in little packages than what I like. I like to eat big packages with little calories and tons of nutrients. So like maybe a handful of raisins, because the apples will be sweet too. And the apples I use are Gala apples, and I'm trying to put the oat lid on the raisins. So apparently I'm still not awake this morning. And then I use gluten-free oats, because if you are gluten intolerant, these oats, you have to get gluten-free, because they tested oats in this like randomized test, and like 99% of regular oats had gluten in them. So I just take a handful, which turns out to be like a quarter of a cup-ish, and I don't cook them. I just throw them on there raw. So this is a good, decently low-fat breakfast. if you want to add fats for the day, let's say you already know for dinner you're having zoodles and there's like no fat in that, and for lunch you're having a salad with a no fat dressing, like you can add your fats in now for breakfast, which is what I do sometimes. Coconut, shredded unsweetened coconut. I do buy organic of this because I can only find organic unshredded coconut at Walmart. So, and again, just a little handful. I'm just gonna eat the rest of this. It's like maybe 2 tablespoons-ish of it. And then walnuts. And again, this is like, you can grab a whole handful of walnuts and like exceed your amount of fat for the next 2 days. So I only grab a few, like I'm talking like 4 or 5. And you can break them apart if you get like the whole walnuts. I buy these from Kroger. California walnuts, halves and pieces. These are not, they're like raw. They're not roasted or salted or anything. And then I take a banana and I throw that in there too. Because I love a banana. I eat like 5 bananas a day. So if you don't like bananas, I'm so sorry. So sorry for you. And I've told people if I ever become allergic to bananas, like I'm screwed. Okay. Then I grab some almond milk. Ta-da! The kind that I use is, well, this is from Walmart, but I usually use Aldi's. It doesn't matter. But I get the unsweetened, like original, because my family has stopped eating or drinking any kind of vanilla almond milk. And so when I cook, I can't use the vanilla. And so it just sits in there and goes bad because I don't really drink milk all that much. Like, seriously, this breakfast is like, I've been hankering it for like lately, so I don't know what my deal is, but I really don't eat this breakfast, but maybe like a couple times a month. So, I mean, you can see it would sit like for a whole month, but I will use this as a milk alternative for, let's say, a tomato soup or a cream of broccoli or something like that, potato soup. And so I want the original. I don't want vanilla in there. And I probably put in a cup and a half, something like that. I don't know. So it like fills like that much of my bowl, and then it's ready to eat. So that's what I'm eating for breakfast. Like I said, already had lemon water in a quart jar, and I will see you at lunchtime. Hey guys, it's lunchtime. So kind of let you know what I do. This is on a weekend, so I have a little more time. But I had already cooked up a sweet potato and I never got around to eating it. But fortunate for me, my little dog loves sweet potato and she will eat it every single day if she could. Unfortunately, it causes her constipation because I dehydrate them. So I took the sweet potato and I cut it up into little strips, and I'm not gonna let it dehydrate as long, but that's gonna go in the dehydrator. And then I need to make new sweet potatoes for the week. So what I'm gonna do is take my Instant Pot, and I have this little liner in the bottom, and I've washed my sweet potatoes, and I cook like 3 at a time because I don't eat them every day. But if we decide to have something like tonight, I'm gonna eat one because I made chili last night, but then our friends invited us out for pizza, so I ended up making a salad for me to eat, and then everybody else ate pizza. And so I didn't really, tonight's dinner we're not having. And I can't eat the chili because I put corn in it because we had a bag of corn that was going bad, and I'm trying to stay away from corn right now. As you guys know, it causes me issues. But I've been trying to eat like whole corn, and it's still like I just need to back off of it again. So I need something to eat tonight. And so, sweet potato. So I put 3 of these in my Instant Pot, and I've been toying around with the time. I think I'm going to try, oh, I need water. I think I'm going to try like 25 minutes and see if that works. I know that a half an hour is way too long. So I'm going to get that going, maybe. Let's try 25 minutes. Okay. And then, since I'm not having, I was planning on having a salad for dinner, but since we're not having that, I'm going to have a salad for lunch. I also had, with the sweet potato, I had some other potatoes that I accidentally overcooked. Oops. And so I have one left, well, I guess I had 2 little ones. And so those actually are behind me over in that, right there, a little toaster oven. And I am toasting those for like 20 minutes. So in the meantime, I'm gonna have those 2 potatoes, which I guess they would be medium potatoes. I have some of this cabbage that's been sitting and going bad, so I'm gonna chop that up. I might save half of that for dinner tonight, only because I'm hungry, but I'm not a ton of hungry. And my husband was gifted with a lot of Milano cookies. I'm trying not to, I was bad. I had a couple. It made me feel absolutely awful. But I don't want to get caught tonight to eat them. I already had them. It sucked. I'm over it now. I don't want to have them again, and I don't want to have an excuse to have them again, so I need to have a good bulky dinner. So that's why I'm having the sweet potato, and I'll probably have sweet potato with some black beans, but I'm not real sure. And then I'll save this for dinner, and I'll probably do some more salad. Just because this salad that I'm making, this bowl is about half the size that I normally eat. I went to Walmart and I bought 3 bowls. One is a half quart, one's a 1 quart, and one's a 2 quart. I eat the half a quart if I do my cereal in the morning, and then I eat my 2 quart for normal dinner. So what I use for lettuce, if I don't use romaine, is the spinach and spring mix. I get it from Wally World. You can find a and I'm gonna grab it like a big, I don't know, 3, it's gonna fill the bowl, and then I'm gonna push it down some. It's going bad. See, look at this poor little gross leaf. So anyway, that's why I was planning on having salad tonight, the whole family, to get rid of this, but I guess it's gonna go in a smoothie tomorrow. So that's all I'm putting in here is I'm just gonna have some lettuce, and some cabbage, and spill some on the floor. That way the dog can have lettuce too, or a toy, whatever she wants to do with it. And then I'm gonna take this mango. I was watching YouTube and I heard, hey, Kent mangoes are in season. Are they now? That's why you should watch YouTube videos every day. People upload that same day you watch it. So now I have a Kent, and they were so soft. Kent aren't my favorite. The Adolfo ones are my favorite, but Kent are pretty good. So I got one that was mostly not green, I guess. I try to get like the red yellowish ones, and they have to be soft already to the touch. And then I put them in the fridge. And how I slice these is basically, I take the mango and I cut off one side right across the seed, and I cut the other side off across the seed, and then I cut down sideways this way, and then I cut around this way, the seed. And I'm sorry, I'm working on getting a tripod. I found one on Amazon for like dirt cheap, and that will allow me, I don't have a kitchen island, so that will allow me to kind of you over my shoulder type of thing. And then seed, compost. And then what I do is I take my knife and I kind of fillet along the bottom of this. And because I'm gonna make a dressing, I'm gonna get my little Ninja blender cup, because I can't afford the Vitamix blender cups. And I find if you're making a small sauce, like the smoothie cups are the best. So again, I'm not going to cut myself, I promise, but I'm kind of getting this so you can see. I'm just, and then these will go in the compost. I have a bunny. We let loose all of our rabbits, and one survived. She's smart. Her name is Licky. She used to lick me when she was a baby. So, mango, I can cut it pretty, and I'll show you how to cut pretty. So you have this, and you cut it this way, and this way, and this way, and this way. And you want to cut as far down as you can. Then you're going to cut it this way. And this works with really ripe mangoes. And then to present it, you just kind of pop it folded, and it makes it really pretty. And you can put it on a platter like that with some fruits around it, and people like really love it. But if I'm just willy-nillying, what I'll do is I'll take the half and I'll just take a spoon and scoop little circles and toss it in. But this is going to be the sauce for my bed au lettuce. I haven't had mango in a long... I have frozen mango. I love mango. Like, I could eat it every day of my life along with bananas. But with the mangoes not being ripe... well, there was one on the floor too. So guess what? She's having mango with her lettuce. And with them not being totally ripe by the time they get shipped here, they're really not. They don't ever get soft and they don't get yummy. So, I don't know. Okay, these, I'm going to blend this up. Okay, so I added a little bit of water in here so that it would flow a little better. And I am just going to pour that on. Now, I have uploaded a food combining video, and I'm not sure if it's on before or after this one. But because this has mango in it, which is fruit, and it has lettuce, I'm going to eat this first before I eat my potatoes, because potatoes are going to take longer to digest, and I don't want this stuff fermenting in my stomach. So I'm going to eat this first, and then my potatoes, and I'll show you my potatoes. Okay, salad and potato. So here's the amount, I guess, that I'm having. So it's like 2 medium, 1 kind of largish potato. So what do I eat on this? Sometimes I just eat them plain. It just kind of depends. But today, don't judge me. I'm going to put A1 steak sauce on there. I love A1 steak sauce. Now this is processed and it has sugar in it. It's tomato puree, and then the puree is water and tomato paste. And then it has vinegar, corn syrup, which is bad, but it's sugary, salt, raisin paste, crushed orange puree, spice, dried garlic, caramel color, like, you know, it's not good. But when you look at the grand scheme of this versus like a couple capfuls of this, like, that's where you have to kind of, I guess, what journey are you on? How healthy do you want to be? I could eat these with nothing, or I could put a little something that would make me eat them a little more. But I don't put very much on, just enough to kind of get me a taste. You could use ketchup too. I get the ones with sugar instead of the corn syrup because that's just better. But in the grand scheme of things, I would rather eat potatoes with a little bit of this than not eat them at all and eat something fast food. So that's what I'm eating for lunch today. This, and I'm gonna have a cup of tea because I didn't have one this morning. I've been loving hibiscus tea, however I'm out, so I've been doing echinacea tea because our whole family's been sick. And echinacea, I eat plenty of vitamin C, so I need some echinacea to kind of help me through that. But that's what I'm eating for lunch, and I'll see you for dinner. It is snack time. It's 3 o'clock, and I always get hungry at 3 o'clock, and I have to make a decently substantial snack. So it's going to require this. But what I'm going to make is kind of like an orange Julius type of thing. And so I'm using 2 oranges. These are Cara Cara oranges, and I really like them. They're kind of like pinkish. They look kind of like grapefruit. They're super sweet. They're not peeling the best, so I don't know. I was gonna use more oranges, but my husband is on an orange kick right now, and he's like eating all my oranges. I mean, all of our oranges. So just gonna have to go with it. 2 oranges, 2 bananas in here, and some water, and I'm gonna blend it up. So here it is, all blended up. I probably put in, I don't know, like a cup of water. I just eyeball it, and I kind of know what makes this. But this is so delicious. You don't even need almond milk because the bananas with the water make like a banana milk. And then with the oranges, it is so tasty. So this is my 3 o'clock snack, and I will meet you back around 5:30 for dinner. Hey guys, dinner time. I thought I was gonna have sweet potato, but I don't feel like sweet potato. And we have leftovers, so I'm actually making burritos. So this is what I used for my cheese. It's not the healthiest, and I really don't like the taste of it too much, so I just put like the tiniest bit on there. I really like it cooked better, but anyway, what I have, you can see they kind of look a little different because I packed them different. These are gluten-free tortillas that I found. They kind of have a lot of ingredients, so I probably won't buy them again. It's gluten-free tortillas, and then I have refried beans. They are the fat-free because they don't have lard in them then, and then they're just beans basically with some seasoning. And then I mixed it with some rice, so it's kind of like weird brown and white. And then a lot of lettuce and some salsa. So I'm gonna have a couple of these, and if I get hungry later, I might eat that sweet potato. I don't know, but for now, that's what I'm eating. So this is the end of the evening. I have decided that I am still a little hungry. I tried to stave it off from dinner, but I was still hungry really after I ate dinner. So it's like almost bedtime for me, but I need to top off because otherwise I'm going to be hungry and wake up tomorrow famished to death. I don't like to eat before I go to bed, but I'm going to have a handful, kind of a big handful of apricots and 2 bananas. So that's what I've eaten today. I know it's not quite, you know, optimal healthy, but you know what? It is what it is, and it's my journey, so eat what you want and I'll eat what I want. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Have a blessed day.